Hi, guys. So, what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk specifically about prime and composite. So, remember, you're going to watch the video, listen for the keyword that you need to bring back to me, and I will give you your practice sheet once you hear the keyword, okay? All right, so today, prime and composite. So, how do we do that? Well, first of all, every time we hear prime and composite, the first thing I throw at you, do you know your divisibility rules? You better know them. So I have made it easy and I have stuck them right here for us, and we need to refer back to them as often as possible. So remember, divisibility rules, the ones that I want you to definitely know will be your twos, your threes. You need to know your fives, your nines, and your tens. And remember, if you know your twos, you've got your fours. If you know your threes and twos, you've got your sixes. And honestly, if you know your threes, you've got your nines. You're good to go. And same things with your tens. If you know your fives, you're kind of okay. So just make sure that you know these five and you will be just fine. So remember, a prime number, any number that has two factors, exactly two factors, one and itself. And when we're talking about composite numbers, any number that has more than two factors, more than two. So it needs to be three or more factors to make that number. Okay, let's take a look at number one. 16, is it prime or is it composite? Well, we need to go through our rules of divisibility. So 16, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go through the list. Is 16 divisible by 2? Well, if the number is an even number, if the last digit is even. So I know that 2, 4, 6, 8 are my even numbers. So yes, it is divisible by 2. If it's divisible by 2, it is a composite number, okay? And the reason why it is composite is because it ends with an even number and any even number can be divided by 2. 24, let's check the 2. Is it even? Is a 4 an even number? Yes, it is. So it is also a composite. Can a 24 be divided by something other than 2? Can it be divided by 3? I can stop right here because I already know it's divisible by 2, but we can just check the 3. What's the rule for the number 3? Well, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add the 2 digits. So what is 2 plus 4? That gives you 6. Is 6 divisible by 3? Yes, it is. 6 can be divided by 3. So with that being said, it is also composite. Let's look at 89. 89, does it follow the rules of 2? Is it divisible by 2? Does it end with one of these even numbers? No, it is not divisible by 2. Is it divisible by 3? If I add 8 plus 9, I get 17. Is 17 divisible by 3? No, it's not. There's nothing times 3 that's going to give me a 17, so it's not divisible by 3. If it's not divisible by 2, it's not divisible by 4. Is it divisible by 5? Does it end with a 0 or a 5? No, it ends with a 9, so it's not divisible by 5. It won't be divisible by 10 for the same reason. Is it divisible by 9? So I need to add them up. 8 plus 9, that gives me 17. Is 17 divisible by 9? No, it's not. 89 is a prime number. Why? Because it does not follow any of the rules of divisibility for us. Okay, that's what I need you to remember. All right, let's take a look at number 2. Use a factor tree to find the prime factorization of 30. So we're using the factor tree. So we're not going to answer this part. We're going to actually do it. So the factor tree. So prime factorization. If we're talking about a 30, what can I break my 30 into? Okay, so 30 can be divided by a 6 and a 5. So is my 5 a prime number? Yes, it is. So we stop right there. We're going to circle it. Can I continue to break down that 6? Yes, I can. 6 can be broken down into a 2 and a 3. Are those prime numbers? Yes, they are. So that's the 2, that's the 3. That looks horrible, but it will be just fine. 2 and the 3. Okay, so now Now that I have all my prime factors for the number 30, prime factorization means that I am now going to take those prime factors and I'm going to put it in a number sentence. So 2 times 3 times 5 equals 30. No matter which way I go, 2 times 3 equals 6. 6 times 5 is 30. Or I could say 5 times 3 is 15. 15 times 2 is 60. Here is your prime factorization for the number 30. The way we did it was using the factor tree. Any questions?